In a world filled with superficial social labels and categories, the Sigma Man remains a fascinating enigma, operating in the shadows of convention, influencing without seeking attention, leading without proclaiming authority. Unlike the alpha stereotypes who dominate through social force, or the betas who seek constant approval, the true Sigma manifests his power through a silent yet undeniably impactful presence. What truly distinguishes these men isn't acquired characteristics or studied behaviors, but innate gifts that have been encoded in their psychological DNA since birth. These aren't traits that can be simply imitated or manufactured. They are fundamental capabilities that, when recognized and developed, transform an ordinary man into an extraordinary force capable of shaping his own destiny with surgical precision. In this official Sigma Male special, we'll dive deep into the 9 hidden gifts that all Sigma men naturally possess. These are the invisible pillars that sustain their silent success and lasting influence, even when operating completely outside the spotlight of social validation. Understanding these gifts isn't just a matter of self-knowledge, it's the first step to unlocking your full potential. Prepare yourself for a journey of discovery as we reveal these 9 extraordinary capabilities that define the essence of the true Sigma Man. Regardless of where you stand in your own journey, this knowledge will offer valuable insights into how to cultivate and express these latent forces that exist within you. Let's begin by unveiling these gifts that remain invisible to many, but shape the destiny of few. 1. Independent thinking. Every Sigma man possesses an uncanny ability to cut through the noise and chart his own intellectual path, regardless of societal pressure. They've got this knack for questioning everything, even when everyone else is nodding along like sheep to the slaughter. It's not that they're trying to be difficult, they simply can't help but see the world through their unique lens. This independent thinking isn't just about being contrarian for the sake of it. It's about genuine intellectual sovereignty. Take Warren Buffett, for instance, who zigged when others zagged, buying stocks when others were fearful, creating billions in wealth through independent analysis. Or consider Steve Jobs, who famously said, "Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice." The Sigma's mental independence allows him to spot opportunities that herd followers miss entirely. When everyone rushes to invest in the latest crypto craze, the Sigma might be quietly researching undervalued assets or emerging technologies that others haven't recognized yet. This gift enables him to make decisions based on merit and personal conviction rather than social approval. This independent mindset comes with its challenges, of course, as swimming against the current always does. But that's precisely what makes Sigma men so valuable in any organization or social circle. They bring perspectives that wouldn't otherwise exist. Their analytical prowess isn't concerned with winning popularity contests, but rather with uncovering truths, however inconvenient they might be. 2. Self-reliance. The second hidden gift all Sigma men possess is an extraordinary level of self-reliance that sets them apart in a world of dependency. While others seek constant validation and support, the Sigma quietly builds his own capabilities, mastering skills that allow him to navigate life's challenges with remarkable autonomy. This isn't about toxic independence, it's about developing the competence to stand on your own when necessary. Consider how Elon Musk taught himself rocket science by reading textbooks when starting SpaceX, rather than relying solely on existing experts. This self-taught approach exemplifies the Sigma's natural inclination to develop personal competence instead of outsourcing critical thinking. When faced with a problem, a Sigma's first instinct isn't to call for help, but to assess what resources he already has at his disposal. This self-reliance extends beyond practical skills into emotional and psychological realms. Sigma men cultivate inner stability that doesn't fluctuate with external approval or criticism. They've learned, often through difficult experiences, that true security comes from within. This doesn't mean they never seek advice or collaboration. Rather, they approach relationships from a position of strength rather than need. The self-reliant Sigma has mastered the art of solving his own problems without unnecessary drama or attention-seeking. Whether it's fixing his car, navigating a foreign country alone, or rebuilding after a setback, he takes quiet pride in handling his business efficiently. This capability doesn't develop overnight. It's the result of consistently choosing the harder path of self-development over the easier route of dependence. 3. Strategic mindset. The third hidden gift of the Sigma male is his inherently strategic approach to life's challenges and opportunities. Unlike those who react impulsively to circumstances, the Sigma naturally views situations like a chess player, always thinking several moves ahead. This isn't calculated manipulation, but rather a profound understanding that actions have consequences beyond the immediate moment, allowing him to navigate complex situations with remarkable foresight. You can observe this strategic thinking when a Sigma approaches his career, rarely making lateral moves without purpose, instead crafting a deliberate path that may not make sense to others initially. Take the example of Jeff Bezos, who left a lucrative Wall Street career to start an online bookstore when the internet was still in its infancy. His strategic vision allowed him to see possibilities where others saw only risk and uncertainty. This gift manifests in daily decision-making as well, with the Sigma instinctively evaluating choices based on long-term implications rather than short-term gratification. When others are chasing quick wins and immediate pleasures, the Sigma is quietly building foundations for future success. He understands that true achievement rarely happens by accident, but through careful positioning and preparation for opportunities that haven't yet materialized. The strategic Sigma recognizes that resources, whether time, money, energy, or attention, are finite and must be allocated wisely. This doesn't mean he never takes risks. Rather, his risks are calculated and informed by a clear understanding of potential outcomes. While others might view this as overthinking, the Sigma knows that proper planning prevents poor performance in virtually every area of life. 4. Emotional resilience. The fourth gift bestowed upon Sigma males is an exceptional capacity for emotional resilience, the ability to withstand pressure, setbacks, and challenges without crumbling. This isn't about suppressing emotions or maintaining a facade of toughness, but rather processing emotions efficiently without allowing them to dictate actions or decisions. The Sigma feels deeply but remains remarkably steady when others might falter. This resilience shows itself most clearly during times of crisis, when the Sigma often becomes the calm center in a storm of panic. Consider how Marcus Aurelius governed Rome through plagues, wars, and personal tragedies while maintaining philosophical equilibrium, a historical example of Sigma resilience in action. The modern Sigma similarly faces adversity with a composed determination that others find both mysterious and admirable. What truly sets apart the Sigma's emotional resilience is his capacity to use setbacks as fuel rather than allowing them to become roadblocks. When faced with rejection, failure, or loss, he instinctively extracts lessons and applies them to future endeavors. This isn't blind optimism, but rather a pragmatic understanding that emotional reactions, while natural, should ultimately serve growth rather than hinder it. The resilient Sigma has mastered the art of emotional self-regulation without becoming robotic or detached. He can acknowledge disappointment, process it efficiently, and redirect his energy toward constructive action with remarkable speed. This gift doesn't eliminate pain. It transforms it into a catalyst for development, allowing the Sigma to bounce back from situations that might permanently derail others. 5. Quiet confidence. The fifth hidden gift of the Sigma male is a distinctive quiet confidence that requires no external validation or constant demonstration. Unlike the bombastic displays of assurance seen in more attention-seeking personalities, the Sigma's confidence manifests as a steady, unshakable belief in his own capabilities and judgment. This inner certainty allows him to enter any room without announcing his presence, yet still command respect through his composed demeanor. This quiet confidence is immediately recognizable in how the Sigma handles disagreement and criticism. Rather than becoming defensive or aggressive, he listens thoughtfully, considers valid points, and stands firm when he knows he's correct. Consider how Keanu Reeves navigates fame with humility while maintaining clear boundaries, never compromising his values for approval, yet never needing to assert his status aggressively. What makes this confidence so powerful is that it's built on genuine competence and self-knowledge, rather than bravado or social posturing. The Sigma knows exactly where his strengths lie and doesn't pretend expertise in areas where he lacks it. This authentic self-assessment creates a gravitational pull that draws others in, as people instinctively trust someone who doesn't need to exaggerate or embellish their capabilities. Perhaps most tellingly, the quietly confident Sigma feels no need to diminish others to elevate himself. He can genuinely celebrate the success of those around him without feeling threatened, creating an environment where collaboration thrives. This security in his own worth allows him to focus on continuous self-improvement rather than constant comparison, elevating not just himself, but everyone in his orbit. 6. Strong observation skills. The sixth gift that Sigma males possess is an extraordinary capacity for observation, a natural tendency to notice what others miss in both people and environments. While most individuals move through life on autopilot, the Sigma maintains a heightened awareness, constantly collecting and processing information that escapes casual attention. This isn't just seeing, it's truly observing with intention and depth. This gift manifests in the Sigma's uncanny ability to read between the lines in conversation, picking up on subtle inconsistencies, nonverbal cues, and emotional undercurrents that others overlook. Like Sherlock Holmes analyzing a crime scene, the Sigma notices the slight tension in someone's voice, the momentary hesitation before answering, or the fleeting micro-expression that reveals true feelings beneath polite words. These insights provide him with a more complete understanding of dynamics at play. The observant Sigma also applies this gift to systems, processes, and environments, quickly identifying inefficiencies, opportunities, and potential problems that haven't yet surfaced. Think of how Ray Dalio built Bridgewater Associates into the world's largest hedge fund through his meticulous observation of economic patterns and human decision-making biases. The Sigma naturally sees connections and correlations that escape conventional analysis. This observational prowess gives the Sigma a significant advantage in negotiations, strategic planning, and relationship building, as he operates with more complete information than most. However, the true master of this gift knows when to reveal his observations and when to keep them private, understanding that this power comes with responsibility. His quiet watchfulness isn't about manipulation, but about navigating the world with greater clarity and precision. 7. Natural leadership without seeking validation. The seventh hidden gift that defines Sigma males is their natural leadership ability that emerges without actively seeking authority or validation. Unlike traditional alpha-type leaders who pursue leadership positions for status, the Sigma leads almost reluctantly, stepping forward only when necessary and driven by purpose rather than ego. This authentic leadership emerges organically from their competence and clear vision rather than from political maneuvering. What makes this leadership style particularly effective is that it inspires rather than demands followership. When a Sigma presents ideas or takes initiative, others naturally align with him because they sense his actions are guided by genuine conviction rather than self-promotion. Consider how Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin and revolutionized finance while remaining completely anonymous. Leadership through pure innovation and vision without seeking personal glory. The Sigma leader exhibits remarkable patience, allowing others to take credit when appropriate and stepping back when his guidance isn't needed. This absence of insecurity creates psychological safety for team members who feel valued for their contributions rather than used as stepping stones for the leader's advancement. The result is loyalty that stems from respect rather than obligation or fear. Perhaps most importantly, the Sigma's leadership is characterized by consistency between words and actions. He embodies the standards he expects from others. This integrity becomes a powerful force for positive change, as those around him naturally elevate their performance to match the example he sets. Without grand speeches or motivational gimmicks, he creates cultures of excellence simply by refusing to compromise on what matters. 8. Adaptability. The eighth gift that Sigma males possess is extraordinary adaptability, the ability to thrive in changing circumstances where others might struggle to merely survive. This isn't the chameleon-like social adaptation of trying to fit in, but rather a fundamental capacity to assess new situations quickly and adjust strategies accordingly without losing their core identity. The Sigma bends without breaking, evolves without erasing who he is. This adaptability manifests most powerfully during times of disruption and uncertainty, when the Sigma demonstrates remarkable mental flexibility. While others cling desperately to familiar patterns even as they stop working, the adaptable Sigma quickly recalibrates and pioneers new approaches. Consider how Elon Musk pivoted from software to space exploration to electric vehicles to neural interfaces, constantly evolving while maintaining his fundamental vision and principles. The adaptive Sigma treats challenges as puzzles rather than threats, approaching novel situations with curiosity instead of anxiety. This perspective shift allows him to see opportunities within disruption, while others see only chaos. When industries transform or personal circumstances change dramatically, this gift enables him to not just weather the storm, but harness its energy to propel himself forward in unexpected ways. What truly distinguishes the Sigma's adaptability is that it operates from a foundation of core values and identity that remain consistent even as strategies and methods evolve. He knows which principles are negotiable and which are not, allowing him to bend without feeling compromised. This balanced flexibility means he can thrive in virtually any environment, from corporate boardrooms to wilderness survival scenarios, while remaining authentically himself. 9. Inner drive, Chuck motivation. The ninth, and perhaps most powerful hidden gift of the Sigma male, is his unshakable inner drive. A self-generated motivation that requires no external rewards, recognition, or accountability. While others need constant encouragement, competition, or supervision to perform at their best, the Sigma possesses an internal engine that keeps running regardless of whether anyone is watching or applauding. This autonomous motivation system fuels consistent excellence even in complete solitude. The source of this drive isn't the typical external motivators that push most people, money, status, or approval, but rather a deep personal standard and insatiable curiosity about what's possible. Consider how Leonardo da Vinci filled thousands of notebook pages with ideas and inventions that no one would see for centuries, driven purely by the joy of discovery and creation. The Sigma similarly pursues mastery for its own sake, rather than for the accolades it might bring. This inner drive manifests as remarkable consistency and follow-through where others show sporadic effort. When the initial excitement of a project fades and motivation typically wanes, the Sigma continues executing with the same intensity, powered by internal commitment rather than external pressure. This explains why Sigmas often achieve extraordinary results in areas that require long periods of focused effort with delayed or uncertain rewards. Perhaps most notably, the Sigma's inner drive allows him to maintain his course even against social pressure or conventional wisdom. When told something is impossible or inadvisable, this inner motivation transforms skepticism into fuel rather than discouragement. This resilient self-motivation explains why history's greatest innovators and changemakers often displayed Sigma traits. They simply couldn't be deterred by anything external once their internal compass was set. These 9 hidden gifts, independent thinking, self-reliance, strategic mindset, emotional resilience, quiet confidence, strong observation skills, natural leadership, adaptability, and inner drive, form the core strengths of the Sigma male personality. What makes these gifts particularly powerful is how they work in concert, creating a synergy that's greater than the sum of its parts. A man who embodies these qualities navigates life with a rare combination of strength and flexibility. Understanding these innate gifts isn't about claiming superiority, but rather recognizing and developing your natural potential. Many Sigma traits remain dormant until consciously cultivated through deliberate practice and self-awareness. The journey to mastering these gifts is lifelong, with each challenge presenting an opportunity to sharpen these inherent abilities and express them more fully. Remember that true Sigma energy isn't about fitting a rigid stereotype or projecting an image. It's about authentic self-actualization and quiet impact. The greatest Sigmas throughout history rarely identified themselves as such. They simply focused on living according to their values and vision with unwavering commitment. Their legacy speaks through their actions and creations rather than through self-promotion. This has been Official Sigma Male, with the 9 hidden gifts that all Sigma men are born with. If you found value in these insights, apply them thoughtfully to your own life journey. True power lies not in declaring yourself a Sigma, but in embodying these principles with consistency and authenticity. The world doesn't need more labels. It needs more men of substance who lead by example.